Hey y'all. Hey, what's up? It's been quite some time since I've been here. And let me just say Happy New Year. What the F did I just click? Right. That should be fine. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, I'm doing this nice comic live stream. I reset the number back down to 1 because I like to. I just don't want that ginormous number there. I'll just reset it every year. And then I'll put each of them in like a playlist. So I haven't done that for this one yet, so that's the sort I will. It's just gonna take a little while. So don't you worry, Tin, about that. Alright, so I got this here. I also have this over here. I should probably change the background color a little bit. I don't expect to get a lot of comments, so I'm just gonna keep it around like this. This here. It's 1920 by 1080. I usually have it at a smaller, I mean a much bigger size, but I don't think anyone will come, especially since it's been ages since I streamed. So let me just draw something here, just a little placeholder. It's a nice little example drawing here. So let's draw a worm. So that's good there. It's coming outside of an apple. And let's make the stem green too, because why not? And yeah, that's just a nice little example drawing there. Let's add a little bit of shine to this. And I can just leave the apple red since the background itself is red. Yeah, there's a little example drawing for you. Right, anyways, moving on. Back to this. But I have a video that's probably gonna come out today. That's going to be like my New Year's Eve special, even though I'm 3 days into the new year, but you know how late I am with stuff. Right, so we got this here. Sup, Kamamo? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, just say anything and I will draw it in 5 minutes. Just a little example. But if there's no comments, I'll just go ahead and continue working on my comic here. So let's go to background and also do this. Actually, I can just copy like the black parts of the background too, because that would just be simpler. Alright, so let's do that, and then paste that. Alright, this panel is actually the perfect size. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, that should be good. Oh, I did that in the background. Well, that's fine. Let's actually expand that a little bit. This is gonna be the claw of a praying mantis that's going after them, which is this. You can see its size compared to them. I think I should probably blur the shadows. Let's just see how that would look quickly, and then I'll get back to this. Alright, so let's see. This is light and shadows. Right, that should be the correct position. What I ought to do is have a shadow go under them, but that's fine. you draw Kermit? Yes, I can. It's on over here. Oh gosh, the robot voice is attacking me. Should do that. Anyways. Oh, let's do it. It's gonna take longer than 5 minutes, I can tell. Do right here. And let's just lower that down to about here. And so, spiky shades, maybe some sort of scenes, alright. Can you draw an axolotl? Yes, I can. I can draw it like right after this. Oh, thank goodness, the lagging voice is finally gone. For those of you that don't know, on occasion during the streams, my voice just glitches out where I can't talk and it sounds like a robot's talking. That just happens, and I have no way of controlling it. I have like excellent internet right now, so. Alright, that's good. But yeah, I don't know why that happens, but it just happens, and I have no idea why and how to fix it, so. And I have like very good internet, and I don't even know. But it's just one of those mysteries. Alright, so let's just. So yeah, I'm gonna do the Kermit the Frog drawing first, and then I will draw an axolotl. Alright, so let's do that. Keep in mind, I like to like draw these stuff from memory because I think it just looks like more. It gives a little bit more personality to the drawing, in my humble opinion. Alright, so I'm just gonna add this here, this here. And let's move that to about here. If I remember correctly, he actually had like some kind of like Paxton on top, like some kind of hair. But yeah, he just looks all kinds of goofy. But yeah, let's just add that. No, it goes a different direction, but that's what I'm gonna do for right now. Alright, so let's do that. I'm just gonna say that right now has just been 1 minute and just give myself like 4 minutes to that because I was lagging the entire time, so I'm just gonna do that. Alright, so let's move that to about here. Alright, that's much better. Just adding stuff more to his face. Because his face was nowhere near that long from what I remember. Let's just add this here. His cool shades. Let's do the rest of his body right now. Alright, so here we are. I like to do like little claws kind of like this for my drawings. So let's just have him go kind of like this and like this. He's not quite that fat, but he is kind of chubby. Alright, so let's have that go here. From what I've seen about Kermit, I only ever seen like the top half of him, so that's kind of like it's just funny to me. But I think this should be good, like good enough for like what his bottom half may look like. Like the earliest, well, the latest I remember of seeing Kermit is like the Muppets in Space. That was like a real long time ago I saw it. I obviously didn't see it when it first came out, but it was quite some time ago. I think his eyes were right on top of his head, so I'm just gonna erase that. Yeah, got also was a nice, kind of goofy looking Kermit. He wanted him to be in like some kind of scene, so just have him like holding some kind of object, like maybe workout gear or something. That's lit, bro. Love that. Thank you. I'm glad you like it, Tyler. I'm not sure if I said it. I think my robot, well, not my robot voice, the thing that happens that makes my voice sound like a robot, I think it started before I was able to say welcome to the stream to Tyler. So welcome to the stream, Tyler. And if I did already say it, then welcome again. Alright, so we got this, and that. Let's see, where was I? I think the 5 minutes wore up, but let's just keep it going. The inside of the mouth was kind of like that already for Kermit, so let's just make him green. Let's make this kind of a grayish color. And then we're going to do that axolotl for the other guy. Let's make this white. Then I think these were sunglasses, were they? Swanky shades. Yeah, so they could be like kind of blue, kind of black. So let's do it kind of like this and then just add some sunbeams to it. By sunbeams, I mean light streaks. Thanks, bro. What's up, man? Love it. Thank you, and thank you for so much for subscribing. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the axolotl now. I don't know if Tyler is still here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so let's see. Alright, let's wait until like the 14-minute mark, which is in 20 seconds, so I can know exactly how much 5 minutes pass. Love that. Thank you. I am so happy that you like it, Tyler. Alright, so let's do the axolotl right now. Alright, so first things first, let's start off with the head of the axolotl. For those of you that don't know, an axolotl is kind of like a teenage salamander, but it's permanently stuck being a teenager, for lack of a better term. Which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure about the biology that goes into that, but it is quite an interesting phenomenon. So let's just try to go for cute. Let's just do something kind of like that. Let's add some shine to his eyes, so folks can tell that this is in fact his eyes. Alright, so we got that right there. I think I may add like a little bit of a mouth in him, but that should be good for right now. Let's add some of the gills. I think they're gills. All I know is they're kind of like these cute little antennas that come out of their head. It's just neat. I would imagine they kind of use it for like filter feeding or something. But it always makes them look kind of old, even though they're technically teenagers. You know, teenage salamanders, that would be a pretty interesting name for a rock band. And so that one's a bit too thick. Let's make it thinner. Alright, so did it within the, what was it? Started at 15, so we should have almost 4 whole minutes left, so it should be good. I will go back to this and add like more detail, like if I have more of the time. By the way, like feel free to like comment more stuff you want me to draw. I will draw them because there's no limit to how many comments you can make. Alright, so let's just do that, that, and that. Alright, this finger looks a bit janky, but that's fine. Alright, that's good. Yeah, if any of y'all want me to draw another thing, then I will. If not, then I'll just go ahead and do a little bit more of my comic until I get another lesson. So excited you are drawing my favorite animal. That's good. I'm really fond of axolotls too. But personally, my favorite animals are chickens. I just find them adorable. I also really enjoy the taste of chicken. Alright, so let's do that, this, and this. I got pet chickens, and I love chicken too. Oh, that is awesome. I wish I could have a pet chicken, but I'm not allowed to. I don't have the land or the permission. But my dream is to one day own a chicken farm. Maybe one day. Right, let's actually erase a little back part of this, just a bit. And a little bit right here. Alright, so got just about 2 minutes left for this one. So let's undo that a bit. I want the tail to be like nice and sleek a little bit. And so kind of like that. I can't remember if the tail like has like a frill on it. So it's kind of like this. Or it's like just straight like a normal lizard tail. I'm just going to go with this because it looks kind of cooler, at least for right now. Alright, so I'm going to color him in. Let me just make it a little bit pink. So let's do that. Let's get a nice darker color for this one. Actually, I think that color is more like it. Did you know axolotls could regrow their limbs? I did. That's such a fascinating thing that they can do. I think some folks are like trying to like use that to like recreate it in humans, which is pretty cool, but I don't know if I think regrowing limbs is such a good idea in humans. It just feels like war would be way more brutal, but who knows? It could make things like way better though. All I know is, with the country I live in, if they figure out how to regrow limbs today, they would not be giving it out for free or anything like that because they are very greedy. Alright, so anyways. Oh, so that's the 5 minutes. So let me just do a little bit here just for a little bit of rib action. That should do it. Well, thank you for the suggestion, Tyler. And yeah, I will draw like anything. Alright, let me see how this looks with a tail like... Oh shoot, what did I do? Okay. Oh, I like it better with that tail. All right, we're gonna keep it like that. But like, I like all of these suggestions. This one wasn't really a suggestion. I did this with just cause for an example. But yeah, we got Kermit here. We got. Oh, I just realized both of you are named Tyler. That's cool. But yeah, we got all of this right here, which is pretty cool. But there was one other tin, but like axolotls. I think there was something like scientists did. They introduced some kind of chemical into them that like made them turn into salamanders, which is really strange. I love the drawings. Thank you. I'm so happy that you love them, Tyler. And I am glad that both Tylers love my drawings, which is great. I got a 2 Tyler approval. Alright, so we have this right here, this right here. Yeah, just like anyone, just make another suggestion when you're ready, and I will draw it. But until then, I'm gonna do a little bit more of my comic stuff. Alright, so let's see. You got light and shadow here. I'm gonna see how it looks blended together. Still didn't add the shadow to that guy after all this time. Alright, I guess I forgot to. Anyways, let's just blur this thing a little bit. So Gaussian blur. I don't want it to blend that hard. So let's see. Like, it just ceases to look like a shadow after some time. I guess a little bit of blur could work, but personally, it's not really doing much. But I'll keep it. Actually, no, I'm not going to keep it. There's more stuff I want to do with it first. Alright, so let's go ahead and go here. Get this, and I want to draw a little bit more of the shadows on the little brother's head. So this is like kind of important scene in the comic that I'm making called Fairly Destitute. This is actually episode 2. On Webtoons, you can find episode 1. In fact, I should do like a comic reading where I just read the comic. And that could be interesting to do. I could probably like do that maybe tomorrow or the next day. Could be interesting. Well, anyways, let me just do that and that. Reduce the number on the brush size. Yeah, I haven't like really zoomed in at the moment. Oh, my hands are itching. Say when you got itchy palms, it means you're about to get some money. That was not the case. Got some itchy palms the other day, and then I went gambling and I lost a whole bunch. But yeah, that was that. Can't believe I forgot her antennas. Alright, there we go. That's good. So let's erase some of this. And so I think I drew it in the wrong place. I should have had overshadows be there. the other undershadows be elsewhere, but that should be fine. So let's just put it in overshadows, and then I could just erase what I don't need. Alright, so let's go ahead and go and change the brush size to about 55. That should be good. Alright, so let's also have that. That kind of looks inappropriate, but it'll make sense a bit. I just gotta make sure it's not over like that. Actually, let's start from the leg first. That would be much easier. Can you draw a shark? Sure thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and draw a shark right now. Change this back to the brush number 3. Only the head. Okay. I can do that. You know, I don't mind drawing the whole body, but I can do only the head, sure. Alright, so let's do it. 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, since it's only the head, let's make it a real detailed head. Alright, so sharks, they kind of have this, like, gum in their mouths that, like, just flops down. So I'm gonna have it go kind of like that. Let's have the nose go kind of like this. I'm still gonna make it like kind of cartoony because that's just the way my style is. So just gonna do that. So we got the 27. So that means I have to finish this by 32 to comply with the 5-minute rule. So let's do this. Now sharks have multiple rows of teeth, so going to like try to see if I can do multiple rows, but I make no promises. Let's have the gums go kind of like this, because I think I'll probably leave it that color and then just transform the teeth. Alright, so let's actually go to white right now. And I think, like, when I go back to the comic book, I'm gonna do more straight up panels rather than shading. I don't see it being necessary to shade right now. Shade is like drawing shadows and stuff, just in case y'all did not know. Wait, I made a video game where you play as a crackhead, like on a raft, and you shoot sharks so they don't kill you and eat you. It's called Surface Tension. You can find it on itch.io if you're curious. There should probably be a link in the About Me page on my YouTube, but I'm not sure if it's there. But it's on itch.io. It's called Surface Tension, in case you're curious. Total artificial victory. Okay. So anyways. welcome to the stream. It's just gonna be the head right here, so just gonna have 2 gills, and that should be good. So let's do 1 more row. Let's actually color it in first. So let's make this kind of a lighter gray. Boom, bam, bam. And there we go. Alright, and then there we go. Can we leave the gum like that? I think the gum sticks out like in a different way, but we're just gonna keep it like that. Let's go down to tools and see about like doing this here. I only got a minute, so let's just hurry that part up. And so leave me a suggestion and I will do it in 5 minutes or less. I do try not to go over the time limit though. Right, so that's basically the shark, and let's at least add the dorsal fin. I think that's what they call it, you know, that triangle thing on top of its head. So let's at least add that. Alright, so thank you for the suggestion, Tyler. But yeah, this has been a fun stream so far, I must say. So that is good. So like, let me know anything. Actually, looking back at it, it kind of looks like it's just the other side of his mouth. Oh well. That's fine. Alright, so I guess no more suggestions are happening right now, but feel free to make them when you're ready, and I will get back to it. Alright, so let's just leave that unfortunate looking drawing right there, and move on to here. Let's actually go to the underbubble. The underbubble kind of sounds like some kind of hero name or something, but let's just go ahead and make this white. So let's actually put that mount out. Let's put that there, go to people, then cut it out. Boy, okay. I'm just gonna use the eraser tool. There we go. Alright, so let's add some white teeth here. You can see like a bit of the skin color get missing, so let's throw that in. I recently heard about the show called Fallen Skies. According to the small analysis, if you would like to find it, maybe one could be like, I don't know. Okay. So I could die. I could die. It's clear. Um, well, the bot voice is over now, so I'm not going to question it. So let's just go ahead and keep going. You know what I heard recently? Apparently, thanks to AI idiots, we're going to be near the end of gaming and all of those personal computer stuff because it's going to cost so much for GPUs since folks are using it for data centers. It's just going to be a bit to get any of it. And we all know that once prices go up, they rarely, if ever, go down. So they are right to be concerned about it because imagine new GPU costing well over $10,000. That's just ridiculous. Personally, I don't do anything that's that energy intensive when it comes to gaming. I usually just do some online stuff or just play other stuff, which is much more simple, not as demanding. But that's what I usually do. But I could probably be fine with a used one, but you know how they build these stuff, they build them not to last, so it's kind of pointless endeavor. Luckily, since I'm an actual artist, I can still draw without the aid of drawing software. Actually, a little bit better drawing with a pen and pencil. Pen and pen and pencil, pen and paper, I should say. Actually, a little bit better at doing that than I am with this because I'm just basically just using my mouse to draw this. Yes, I made a whole game with a mouse. I made this with a mouse. I made cartoons with a mouse. So yeah, it's very unconventional, but it's what I like to do. Right, so let's see. This is one raggedy drawing, but I vaguely understand what's meant to be here. So don't you worry, I got it. Alright, so what I'm thinking is it's going to be like his left claw reaching out and doing that. Yeah, from that perspective, I'm right. I think I'll do it like with people. There's another way to phrase that, but I'm not sure how that would work. But yeah, doing it with people. So let's have the mantis go kind of. Let's curve the eye just a little bit more. Then I could probably change where the eye is. In fact, let's do that now. Uh, I could put it in a better spot later. But yeah, these fairies, they're only 2 inches tall. They're basically going to be attacked by this praying mantis. And lots of bad stuff is gonna happen to them. So let's actually have them out go kind of like this right now. Let's actually adjust that so it's kind of like this. So let's increase the brush size a tad. To about here, let's do this, that. In fact, let's erase a bit of this. Yeah, hopefully the music is like nice and relaxing to y'all. Try to find like some of the best music that I can that's free to use. So let's also erase a little bit of that just to make it just a tad better. The claws would be a little bit better, so let's just do this here. That will just help improve it a tad. It's like a proper way of doing the mounts and stuff, but if there is, I do not know it. I haven't really studied these mantis mounts all that often. But yeah, this ties in back to the game they played earlier. Like not in the earlier stream, but like earlier in the comic. Their parents throw nuts at them and they have to dodge it, or otherwise they'll get hit in the head. That's for stuff like this, where bugs try to catch them, they can just dodge and jump out of the way. Okay, so let's do the neck. Since that went out around that side, let's just do that connecting here. Right, so let's just have the other arm go kind of like this. Right, let's actually move the arm kind of like here. That should do it just much better. Right, so it's better. Let's increase the size here. And just so y'all know, yeah, that's fine. Right. But just so y'all know, just leave a suggestion and I will make it. Think that one's strong. That one's making your boy a little bit more sleepy. That could work like that. Maybe I could like blur out the back a little more. That could help us. Okay. Alright. Keep falling asleep. So I want to see if I can at least get it to the hour mark. I did one panel and I did a whole bunch of awesome art. I want to thank all of you. I think I got all suggestions from people named Tyler. So this could be like the Tyler group. I don't want to be rude because I liked all of them, but I think my favorite one was the Exolaro. Alright, so let's have these people here jumping out of the way of that. Extended out bottom jar could be quite interesting. So I'm gonna actually add that. And so let's have her little goat-like ears be about. Yeah, for the first time stream of the year, I think that's pretty good. I can probably stream more often now, but I still think you're not gonna, just cause. Excuse me. I effed it up somewhere. Alright. Seems to be like not too many on right now. Like maybe one or two folk. Which is just as well because I'm feeling kind of sleepy. Unjustifiably because I don't know if y'all can hear that, but my tin's rocking back and forth. But yeah, that's that. We'll do more of this off camera. This whole scene is an action scene. I think I may as well make the panels big, but maybe I could split them into 5 instead of 9, because that could be better. I don't know. Alright, so that's that. If you enjoyed this, please sure to like the button, subscribe because I do these randomly. I also do animations and all kinds of other stuff. I'm gonna try to get back into animating this year. And until next time, this is Invasion Animation, signing out.